Sean Paul Ellis here from the Saturday Morning Cartoons podcast. Remember, that's morning with a U. For the entire month of June, we are on summer vacation. This is Summer Vacation Part 2. Really quick, we just wanted to mention a couple things. First, we have some changes to our Patreon. We have some listener shoutouts that we want to give, some cartoon recommendations, and what the heck are you guys actually going to be listening to for this week's summer vacation episode? First, with our Patreon. Some of you may have noticed that we have paused our Patreon account. We'd like to thank our friends, family, and cartoon enthusiasts for the moral and financial support over these many months and years. Unfortunately, due to some real-world complications, we are going to be pausing our Patreon campaign for the foreseeable future. We just didn't think that it was fair to you, our patrons, to continue to charge you on a monthly basis while we're going through some transitions for this podcast. But fret not. We are going to continue to revisit, review, and ridicule, and it's going to continue in July with a slightly different presentation. Next, we want to be able to give out some shout-outs to our listeners. These come from YouTube. We have Konsker. I'm going to give him a shout-out. He had some comments about when we talked about during Canadian month, the raccoons, or the raccoons, depending on how you say that word. We asked him why he actually loved that show, because as a lot of people probably remember, we didn't really love a lot of the cartoons that we saw that month. So Konsker said that he loved everything from the song that was in that show to the characters, to even the character Lisa Raccoon, and a lot of other things that are in that show. So thank you, Konsker. We always appreciate people letting us know how much they did love something that maybe wasn't on our fantastic list. Next, we want to give a shout out to Ghastly Entertainment. Ghastly Entertainment has commented on a couple things that we have for Last Man. If you go back a couple episodes, you can check out the French anime series Last Man. It is fantastic. Dave and I loved it. We hope that you guys love it, and it is currently on Verve right now. Ghastly loves it as well, and we appreciate all of your comments and all the support and love that we've gotten from you guys. Next, from Twitter, we have @Pancake4Table, who helped introduce us to a cartoon that we had never heard of, which, again, helps us segue into our recommendations that we have for this week. So, @Pancake4Table, thank you for recommending the YouTube Red series, Dallas and Robo. This is about a female trucker and her AI companion who is voiced by Kat Denning and John Cena, respectively. It is being released as a YouTube Red series. I really enjoyed it. Some of the writing kind of gave me a fun Archer vibe. It seems also that there are components from Futurama, such as the delivery person kind of aspect of their job and sort of the dynamic that they had. Kat Denning's character definitely reminded me of if you put Philip J. Fry and Bender into one female character who then continued to get drunk. So pretty much, yeah, that was Bender and Philip J. Fry. So definitely worth checking out. You can see the first episode that they have that's available on YouTube right now without signing up for YouTube Red. So definitely go and check that out. It's a lot of fun. Also want to have everybody know that Into the Spider-Verse is a CGI animated series about Spider-Man that has been announced for later this year, and December 14th is when it's actually going to be released. Definitely recommend going and checking this out. It looks like a ton of fun to see from the trailer, and it stars Shameik Moore as Miles Morales, and also Jake Johnson from the television show New Girls as Peter Parker. Looks awesome. Also, just as a reminder, when this is coming out, June 15th is when The Incredibles 2 opens in theaters. I cannot wait for this movie. It just looks fantastic. So, what do you guys actually listen to for part 2 of Summer Vacation? Well, Dave decides that he wants to adopt the name Popsy. We talk a little bit about me doing Whole30 for a couple times and the fact that I'm basically just eating bags of bananas and plantains now at this point. You can also we also give some spoilers for not only the the anime Akira, but also if you were ever thinking to yourself, you know what, I really want to listen to Little Pump do Gucci Gang and have Sean say Gucci Gang for almost like a minute straight. So enjoy the show.
I'm gonna record. All right, let's go over these Japanese names.
All right.
What are you chawing on there, Jawhound?
So I'm This is my second month that I've tried Whole30.
Yeah. Will you
So
eat? Will you eat your whole 30 bags of chips a day? You get it? Whole bag
Yeah.
of chips.
Yeah, I get it.
Did you hear? Did you hear the what? Did you hear how I said that joke?
Yeah, you added the word 30. And then, whatever. I'm a quantity eater, baby.
Bag of
So,
chips.
not upsetting me at all.
Mm.
I'm going to eat these chips. I'm going to put them in my mouth. Actually,
Hold on, what are the chips?
they are plantain chips.
Oh, so you're just eating a sack of bananas.
I'm just eating a sack of
Bananas' ugly
bananas.
cousin.
That's starchy bananas. I love plantains. I think plantains are delicious.
They're delicious.
It's kind of crazy how underrated they are. And Whole Foods has these plantain chips that they have two. They have one that's plantain chips, and the ones that I'm eating right now are yucca chips.
Yuck.
So it's really like thin cut yucca, and it's just fried with a little bit of like palm oil, and then it's got a little bit of sea salt on it, and they are fucking delicious. Now,
What a world.
plantain chips.
What a world.
Plantain chips, a little bit thicker, a little bit starchier.
Mm.
I ate a whole bag the other day by myself.
Yeah.
In the time it took me to leave Whole Foods to come back home,
Yeah.
I destroyed it.
Because it's only like one actual plantain.
I just got out of the gym and I was so hungry that I was ready to just eat everything.
A plantation.
Yeah. But that's been the nice thing, is that this month has been Whole30 and going to the gym.
That's nice.
And I've been going like anywhere from 4 to 6 times a week.
That's nice.
And I feel great.
That's great.
Yeah.
How about you?
I got these plantain chips to thank for it.
Plantain chips.
Plantain.
I'm gonna eat Mediterraneans and what do they call it? Primitive, primal,
Paleo.
paleo diet.
That's what I'm doing. That's Whole30 is essentially
I
paleo.
want to eat fish and vegetables. I literally would just like to eat anything and everything that's good, but food is stupid expensive, and there's no reason for it. There's no reason for it, Sean.
Yeah, no, you preaching to the choir, buddy.
There's no reason. Saw a motherfucker pull a 2-foot bass out of the lake down here the other day, though. I'm just like, I would not eat anything that comes out of that lake. I seen what goes in it, and you're gonna pull it back out. Crazy.
You sure it was a fish and not just like a whole bunch of like old pantyhose, underwear, like a jacket,
I mean, now that you
stitched
mention
together?
it, now that you mention it, it did look like one of those nightmare amalgams from Akira. So it's possible. Just pulled out a fish-shaped lump of trash from the lake.
The only way to test is if you get to the side of like where the river.
It's like an anatomy lesson all of a sudden. What do you want to do? Feel around the side until you hit the liver. Yeah, go on. And then
go a little further and get to the liver bed.
Get to the liver
No, if
bed.
you get to the side of the riverbed and you just go, Canada! And it screams back and it goes, Akira!
That's how you know.
And then you just hear a chime and like a little kid go, bang!
Yep. If you've never seen Akira, we just summed it up for you in the last 30 seconds. That's all that movie's about.
Don't worry, just read the manga.
Yeah, definitely. I really want to, because it's like so much more.
No.
Oh, speaking of so much more, I love that they have actual recipes. They have an actual like chef, I guess, to make the recipes for this show, or for the manga originally. But
Really?
I love that they actually have them, like they're things that you can actually cook. I love it.
Yeah.
That gives it an extra level for me.
I was super pumped when we got into this. And there's 2 reasons, and I can get into it tonight in the show. Why you just shaking your butt?
Seeing
Shake
how
that
much-
butt.
How much
Shake
noise
that
I can
butt.
make over here.
Shake that butt.
Shaking that ass, shaking that ass, strutting that ass, strut,
Strut.
strutting that ass, strutting that ass, strut.
So this will be fun for 2 reasons.
Will it be
tonight? One, we're like transitioning off of Anime April.
But using anime.
Transitioning. I'm doing the Pepsi. Transitioning off.
I'm gonna change my name to Popsy, by the way.
Popsy?
Mm-hmm. Like
As
that comedian rapper Aquafina.
Awkward Fina. That's a rapper?
I don't know what she does. I'm very confused by
listen-
most things. I just know that it's a name that'll be popping up this year. She's in a couple of movies. She's got some
What's that?
albums.
that rapper Lil Pump?
What about Lil Pump?
Does he have that song? Isn't it Gucci Gang?
Sure.
He has that.
You could be making this stuff up now. I'd have no idea. But there's an Aquafina, so I'm going to change my name to Popsy, and we're going to see if I can get a career going.
I mean, if Aquafina is even better, like if that rapper doesn't have a song that is like online with Gucci Gang by Lil Pump, I already give him an incredible amount of credit, because Lil Pump's Gucci Gang, if you've never heard of it, it is only 2 minutes in length, and I want to say over a minute of it is just him going Gucci Gang, 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 and you're like, God damn it, this guy has so much fucking money.
If it wasn't on Atlanta yet, then I haven't heard it.
No, I don't think you've heard it then.
I haven't heard Aquafina though either. That's a lady, by the way.
Oh, is it?
She's an Asian lady. She's going to be in Crazy Rich Asians and Ocean's 8, and people love Aquafina.
Is she like the best friend of the woman that's in the trailer?
I think so, yeah.
With like the crazy colored hair?
Yeah, that's the one.
She seems very eccentric and very excitable.
She seems very Aquafina. So
Very-
please call
Very-
me Popsy from now on.
Call you Popsy. I think I'm gonna do it.
You gonna do Popsy?
Yeah, I'm gonna do Popsy.
Nice.
From now on, it's. Do you want Popsy as like a surname, or like am I saying
Mr. Popsy,
hey,
please.
Mr. Popsy?
Popsy makes me sound like some sort of like 1920s like pimp.
Hey, look over there! It's Popsy.
Oh no, it's Popsy! Everybody run! It's Popsy!
Oh guys! Oh, Popsy's coming around! Everybody, look sharp!
Oh man, if those are my tricks, making those noises, they sound a little rough. Hey,
it's
Popsy! Everybody run! Oof, girl, you got to ease up on those.
Popsy. better run
Virginia
away.
Slims. I almost said Charleston Chews. One of these things is not like the other. And since I only said two things, it's both.
Once you pop, that's great.
Once you pop, that's great.
It's great.
Whatever happened to Prongles?
I don't know, man. That made me laugh. I still
say
I want to say, if anybody, for some reason, if you're listening to these extras and outtakes and you are from Cards Against Humanity and were in any way responsible for manufacturing and creating Prongles, one, kudos to you. It was probably the funniest thing that I read last year in terms of advertising, and I was legitimately cracking up for an hour on the couch, reading it, exploring shit on the website.
That's
different
like the
interactions
only thing I remember.
different interactions that people were having on Twitter about it. And then the second part of this is the other side of the coin. Fuck you for making Prongles, because I ordered them, I got them, I ate them, and they caused severe intestinal distress.
Yikes!
It was I had a couple of them. I had like half of the tube one day, and then I want to say later that night I was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna die."
You were inside out.
And Mel was like, Mel was thinking, "Oh, maybe it was something else you ate." She brought
definitely
Prongles,
a half a can of Prongles.
Yeah, she brought Prongles to work the next day and was like, "Oh no, what have I done to myself?"
Why would you do it? Why? I mean, of all the ways to fucking test yourself.
We didn't know though. We didn't know. You know,
but I mean, you'd think like, well, everything else was normal except a half a can of knockoff Pringles I bought from the internet. I wonder what it could be.
These Malaysian-made potato crisps.
God damn it!
They couldn't have possibly affected my body.
They're probably just like made of. It's just probably like solid Olestra or Olean.
Yeah,
remember Olean? People used to grease themselves right out of their own pants.
Anal leakage is what they would say.
Kids,
yeah,
look it
that
up.
was the worst idea
Olean,
ever.
Olestra.
Oh,
greasy skids.
I think that it's crazy that people are willing to go to that extent to say, I still want to be able to consume an entire bag of chips, but I don't want to pay the health consequences for my gluttonous ways.
And I would prefer to just grease them skids
and just crap my pants in public.
That's the thing. I'd rather take that social punch than not be able to eat this bag of chips.
It's like that old SNL Phil Hartman sketch, Colon Blow.
Ooh,
it was like a more fibrous version of Total.
Was it like a commercial?
Yeah, it was one of their commercial sketches that they did, but it was like Phil Hartman, and he was just like, "Oh," they're like, "Oh, I see that you're eating Total. Well, did you know that you'd have to eat 7 bowls of Total in order to get the fiber content in one colon blow?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Really? I'm listening." And so like they go down like that entire chain where it's like him on top of like a pyramid mountain full of like Total, and he's like, "I think I'll just stick with my colon blow." And you're just like, "Oh no, like this is not a good not a good thing, buddy."
That led directly into "Oops, I Crapped My Pants."
Oh my god, yeah, that's right.
Remember that
Oops, I crapped my pants. That
Oops,
was
I
the
Crapped My
diaper
Pants.
one, right?
That was the geriatric diapers, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oops, I crapped my pants.
Well, there it is, everybody. Very end of our second summer vacation, round 2. We really hope that you enjoyed it. He wasn't on our show, but we definitely always want to give a shout out to Bobby Anthem. You can hear him on his paranormal podcast, Inhuman Experience. You can find them on Twitter at IEXP_podcast, and you can find it on Spreaker and SoundCloud. He's also an occasional third wheel on the THT Movie Review Podcast, which broadcasts every Saturday night at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mixlr. You can also find Bobby on Twitter at Bobby Anthem. Send him a message, show him some love. He's simply the best. As for me, I perform live improv comedy in Washington, D.C. with a group that's called Nox. That's NOX exclamation point. You can find tickets and times and all the shows witdc.org. I'm also always on Twitter and Instagram at Sean Paul Ellis. If you're looking for Dave, you can find him on Twitter at Dr. Claw. You can find his writings on Nerdist.com, Collider.com, and DaveTrumbore.com. If you want to talk to us on this show, hey, that's great. You can head on over to our website, SaturdayMorningCartoons.com. You can find us on Twitter at MorningTunes. You can check out the weird memes that I post on Instagram at Saturday Morning Cartoons on Instagram. Keep the conversation going on Facebook, Facebook.com/Saturday Morning Cartoons. And you can listen each and every week to Saturday Morning Cartoons on YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, wherever fine podcasts are sold. Want to suggest a cartoon to us? Absolutely. You should check out on any of our social media that I just mentioned earlier. We have something called Linktree right now. There's actually a link where you can go and click and submit a suggestion to us. And you can do that either through a Google form, or you can actually give us a call and let us know, and we will include that clip in an upcoming episode. We also have an entire list of all of the shows that SMC has gone through and all of the cartoons that we have talked about, so you can check and see if your cartoon is on there first and foremost before making a suggestion. Want to email us directly? SaturdayMorningCartoons@gmail.com. Everybody that's been listening, thank you guys so much, and we will be back next week with more Summer Vacation.
Hey, everybody. Thanks a lot for listening to Saturday Morning Cartoons. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to transform and roll out.